Hello and welcome to week 1 of AC1110 Accounting Fundamentals. My name is Bob Steele. I'll be your instructor. My contact information is down here, but before we get into that any further, I want to do the first thing that we need to do in this course, and that is to log into Mcgraw Hills Connect. This is Mcgraw Hills Connect over here, this icon. We are currently in this website is called Moodle Rooms, and much of the work that we'll be working will be in Mcgraw Hills Connect. So that's the first thing we want to get going. Want to make sure if there's any problems on it that you contact me as soon as possible on that. If you click this icon and then scroll down here to this video will show you how to register. Once you are registered, it should be a pretty easy process to get into here. After that point, all you'll do is you'll log into Moodle Rooms every time, then you'll click on this button. That'll open a new window here, and then you'll click this button. That'll open a new window here. And you'll have this drop down for week 1 in this case, and you can go in there and work the problems. Now, I recommend using a browser. I'm using Firefox right now. Chrome works quite well for me, but if you're having any problems with the browser, try a different browser, or any problems with the website, try a different browser, often helps. I'm going to go back to Moodle Rooms over here and scroll down back to where we were at with the contact information. The best way to contact me is usually the email address, so I would use the email address most. You can also use the phone number, however. We also have office hours on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Now, these office hours are not mandatory, and they're not going to be instructor-based, meaning I don't have a lecture prepared for them. They're question and answer, so if you have any questions on it, that's the time that's carved out for question and answer. You can contact me at other times as well, but that time specifically, I'll be there on this phone line. It's a different type of phone line. It has a conference call number. So rather than this phone number, which is the all other time phone number, this is a conference call phone number, and that means that multiple people can call into the same number. Now, if there's any questions on it that we want to go in and start working some problems or work some homework with that, which I highly recommend doing if we have time to do that, we can use this software than the screen share software. So you want to call into the conference line if you so choose, and then we'll then open the software as needed, and we can work some problems together. And in so doing, you can see my screen, and I can kind of work through Excel, or I can have you share your screen, and we can work through problems in that way. That's a very handy software to use. I highly recommend using it amongst yourselves as well if you so choose. If you want to have group work amongst yourselves, you can go into the participants up top. You can send each other like a Moodle message, I call it, and give each other contact information. And if you want to set up meetings on some other software, such as Skype has screen shareability, obviously you have face-to-face stuff on that too, but I'm of the opinion that the best thing for the accounting class is just the ability to share the screen so that you can work problems together. So you can point out Excel and start doing calculations in Excel, maybe help each other with worksheets like that. Join.me is another software that works for that as well. There's some other softwares out there, many of them are free, so if you check those out and experiment with those, that's good for the class. Also good for work too, because many jobs, including my job, works a lot with online stuff these days, so it's good to look at the software and see what is out there. Going back to Moodle Rooms. Now, most of the assignments that you're going to work on will be going to, there'll be videos on them. So you'll kind of have a video on the problem, then you'll do the problem. So although the problems could be a little bit long and a little bit new for most people, they will have a lot of instructional videos on them, and you really need to access those to have the best potential to do well on it. Some of those videos are here on this website, so you could go to this website directly. I'm actually putting more of the videos on YouTube because I find YouTube seems to work better on cell phones and other devices. So if you wanted to go to the videos directly instead of going to a link to the video, or if any link is not pulling up as well as it should, then go here, go to the YouTube channel, and then you can scroll down to Charter College. So it's under Charter College, and we are in the first class AC1110. So first thing would like you to do is basically go into this course and watch the first 3 videos, meaning, well, actually, it's the third video, number 3, 4, and 5 here. These will help you to utilize Connect. Connect has a lot of resources that can really help, but if we don't know how to use those, then it'll take a while to learn how to use those things. So go in here first thing, it'll save you a lot of time in the long run to watch these 3 videos. It tells you how to use the ebook, how to use Connect, how to get into different assignments. So highly, highly, highly recommend looking at those very quickly before you start working on any problems. That'll actually save you time in the long run. I'm going to go back to Moodle Rooms. Now the next thing you want to do is watch this course overview if you haven't done so already, and it'll go through some of the day one overview type stuff. I'll let you then take a look at the syllabi, the homework, the welcome letter. We have the course announcements here. It'll go over that, the Instructor Virtual Office, and day one introductions. You do want to go into the day one introductions, introduce yourself as soon as possible. We're then going to go down into week one, the current week that we are in, the start of the class being week 1, April 4th. And we have the objectives up top. Most of the classes will be laid out much the same. So again, the first week it's a little intimidating to look at all the data and the different programs you're going to use. Later weeks will be much the same. So it'll look like this every week in every class basically. You'll have the objectives, then you'll have the topics. This is what we're trying to learn through the week, what we're going to learn during the week. And then we have the lessons down here. And the lessons in this case are going to be including chapters 1 and chapter 2. So those will be in the book. I'll show you the book in a second. We also have these links here. Now these links may be going to the YouTube page, or they might be going to that channel now, so to the other website. So if these don't open as fast as you hope, you may just want to go to the YouTube page directly. So remember, if any video or any link isn't popping up as well as it should, you can contact me on it, or you might want to try to look for it on the YouTube channel, and you might also want to try a different browser in order to get into them. So then we have the discussion forums. Everything down from discussion forums, down, meaning discussion forums, assignments, homework, quizzes, that's what we have to do. That's going to be what we're actually going to be completing in the course. And you want to use this as your check sheet. So remember, everything from here down, you want to check off and make sure that you have done it by the end of the week being Sunday. So as of Sunday, we want to be able to check all of this off. Now note that not all of these assignments are going to be done here in this piece, which is Moodle Rooms. They'll be done in Mcgraw Hills Connect, many of them, not all of them. But you want to check them off here. For example, this assignment down here is in Moodle Rooms, not Connect. So although the majority of the work is in Connect up here, not all of the work will be in Connect, but all of the work is listed out in Moodle Rooms. So all of the work is listed in Moodle Rooms, but not all the work is done in Moodle Rooms. Most of the work is done in Connect, but not all the work is listed. Therefore, what you want to do is make sure that you use Moodle Rooms as the checklist. You want to have Moodle Rooms be the checklist. Make sure that you've completed everything by Sunday using Moodle Rooms. Now, before we get into the line-by-line item, I'm going to take a look at the syllabi real quick. So here's the syllabi, and we have the contact information again. We've got the course introduction. It's an introduction to accounting course. Prerequisite, there's no prerequisites for this course. Learning objectives, I'll let you take a look at that. It's an introduction to accounting class, the first accounting class. Then we got the instructional material. We will be using Mcgraw Hills Connect, which is an ebook. That's the first thing we got to get in there. You want to get in the ebook. You want to watch the instructional videos on how to use the ebook. If you have any problems doing that, then let me know. Resources, I'll let you look at that. Instructional method, I'll let you take a look at. Topics, and then I do want to look at the assignment criteria. Now note the grade layout here. We've got 21% on the discussion forums. That's a huge piece of the grade, and you have the most control over that. Make sure to get 100% of that 21% on the discussion forums. Then I would try to get as many points as possible on the 33% assigned to assignments and the 13 to homework. There's going to be a lot of assignments and homework, so I know that's difficult to do, but you have the most control over those, and there's going to be a lot of resources, instructional videos to help you get some points. So do not get zeros on these and try to get full credit on the discussion. Then you're going into the quiz, the midterm, and the final. All combined are worth 33%. So you don't have as much control over that, but if you get all the other points and you go into the quiz and you don't do quite as well as you hope, you'll have a big point cushion total to do that. That's how I would strategize the class. That's how I would approach basically all the classes that you take. Going to go back to Moodle Rooms over here. And we can go through this line by line. First, we got the discussion forums. Remember, 21% of the grade, huge piece of the grade. Try to get full credit on that. And the way to do that is you need at least 4 posts. Basically, I don't really care so much who you post to. As you want to repost to me, you can post to other students. But you need at least 4, and most students are going to need more than 4, because 4 would be 4 really good posts. Now, a good post means that it needs to add conversation. It has to add something to the post. So if someone else posted something and we said, I really like that post because I like what you said, and then we repeat what they just said, that doesn't really add anything to the conversation. If we said, I really liked your post, and here's some more piece to it, here's something that you may not have thought about, here's something that I also have another question on perhaps, that would add content. So make sure that those are the types of posts that gotta add content in order to accumulate upward. I would post something like, 5 or 6 times just to make sure that you get full credit on it, if not more. If you copy something from Google or something like that, you can do that, but make sure that you post the reference. Copy and paste, just go up here and copy the URL at the least so that you reference the page. Therefore, it's not plagiarism. I would then recap it in your own words after that. Also note that I'm going to add a lot more information, and that's not to intimidate anyone. I'm going to add more questions just so that there's enough information for everybody to go in there and pick up more points. So then we have the assignment in Connect. So Connect is up here, Mcgraw Hills Connect. And we got the assignment. That's going to be the long one down here. So this is going to usually be the longer assignment. You may actually want to do the homeworks first before the assignment. But this assignment will include, this paperclip will be related to this assignment. And again, if you watch those 3 videos on how to utilize your resources, it'll show you how to do this. But if you open up the paperclip, remember you don't have to turn anything in with the paperclip. It's just used as a resource. So if you open it up, you'll get this page here, and that will be a hyperlink to a video. It's in a Word document, so you have to hold down Control and click on it, and it'll open up a video. All right, and or you can just copy and paste it. You can copy this whole URL and paste it. All right, so I'm going to go back to Connect over here, and let's go back to Moodle Rooms. And then the next one, this assignment's going to be in Moodle Rooms, meaning you have to actually click on this item here to do it. So that's why not all the assignments are in Connect. Not all the assignments are in Connect. There's going to be one each week that'll be in Moodle Rooms. So you want to go in here. You have to click this click here icon, and that'll give you a Excel document. Once you've completed it, you download it, and then there'll be a submit button here once the week has started. You have to click that, upload the Excel document here. Going to go back to Moodle Rooms. That's what I call the cookie trail up top. So you want to navigate not with these, but with the cookie trail like that. And then we're going to scroll down here, and then we have the homeworks. So those are in Connect. So up in Connect here, these are the 2 homeworks. They're in LearnSmart. Just make sure, again, watch those videos on how to do the LearnSmarts. There's going to be 25 questions, at least 25 to 35 to do. Once you're completed with those, you could go back in there, but just make sure that if you go back in there, you know that they're completed and you're just going back in for practice. They are very good practice to help you with the quiz down here. Going back to Moodle Rooms, then the quiz will be in Connect as well, Mcgraw Hills Connect. Make sure to do it by Sunday. Quizzes cannot generally be made up for late work. However, some of the assignments generally can. Therefore, make sure to take the quiz by Sunday. It's multiple choice. Don't miss and don't get a 0 on the quiz. All right, going to go back up to the gradebook real quick. The gradebook is on the left-hand side. Now, this gradebook will not be fully populated until after the week closes. So what will happen is you have until Sunday to enter the information. I have then until Tuesday to enter all the information for week 1 into the gradebook. So by the close of the week on Sunday, then on the following Tuesday, you want to go in here and check the gradebook. The way you want to approach this gradebook is you want to do, most of the work will be in Connect, some of it will be in the Moodle Rooms shell. You want to go through and make sure that you've completed everything, and then everything in week 1 you will have envisioned in your head. You'll know, okay, that's going to be 100%, of course. The quiz will be whatever we got on the quiz in Connect, and the assignments will be, of course, 100%, hopefully, as well as the homework. You're going to envision what it should look like, and then I will populate the grades, and by Tuesday afternoon, you want to go in here and just make sure that they have been populated in accordance with what you've been tracking. So it's your job to track everything and then verify that it's looking the way it should on the following Tuesday, and then contact me with any questions. So as of Tuesday, the discussion forums will have a grade in it. Hopefully it'll be 100%. Everybody can try for 100% on that. The quiz will then be populated. The assignments will then be populated. If anything is not populated, or if you didn't do it, if you missed one, then it will go from a dash to a 0. That's how you know that the grade has been updated. If it's still a dash, hasn't been updated. 0 or some other grade has been updated. And then, of course, your total grade will be down here. So that's going to be it for week 1, so have a great week 1.